Target appears hostile.
Hostiles reclaiming
Securing.
the lead. Taking Bravo underway. Securing B.
Good effect.
We lost A.
Hey, your day, mate.
Securing Charlie.
Tango front.
Securing B.
Grandpa Newbie reporting for duty in a beta kind of way. Today we're going to go over the second of the two snipers. Yesterday it was a LR 7.62. Today it's the SVD. That sounds weird, doesn't it? But in any case, I said yesterday that the LR 7.62 is my favorite sniper, and I think that might be because I had not yet ranked up the SVD. But anyway, let's take a look at it and see how we have it configured. First, the Kepler red dot. I finally got to a red dot sight, but it's not a classic red dot, so I still need to, I think, upgrade the weapon to level 30 to get a classic red dot. And I may try to do that to make a video on that. But that helps. Nothing. Gives you a red dot, and you'll see what it looks like in a little while. Now, all of my gameplay isn't with this. I just got the Kepler. The long barrel. One of the complaints that I had was the damage range on this thing. Since we don't have advanced stats of any sort, I think that a headshot's a one-shot kill out to probably about 40, 50, 60 meters, and an upper torso appears to be a one-shot kill, but not out as far. So I put the long barrel on it to extend the range, and I got really good results from it. I'm liking this weapon a lot more than I did. The lightweight handguard, and that helps with aim idle sway. And then finally, one of the fire modifications, the overpressured rounds, that helps with bullet velocity. Recoil springs, I don't know, I may try that with some of the other weapons. Now let's look a little deeper into the configuration. I've got the thermo grenade because that's a daily challenge. Always put the trophy system on it. And I went ahead and set up the perks all blue. Ghost to keep me off the enemy's mini-map. Tracker so I can kind of see where the enemy is going, because these are small maps and I'm sniping on it. And if I could get up behind somebody, get an easy gack, that's great. Vigilance. And what does vigilance do? Display a HUD icon whenever you appear on enemy mini-maps. You're immune to the scramblers and the sleeper agent. And by choosing all blue, I get the recon system. And that enemies can be seen through walls for a short amount of time. So you see when it looks like there's a running enemy who's left a trail of himself behind him. That's where this one comes in. Flash when it's outside your view. So this might be a good one for free-for-all when it comes out, because we get that classic amber flash when an enemy's looking at you. And the perk greed is engineer, keeping it blue so that I could get the recon. And that see enemy equipment and score streaks through walls. And score streaks are icons on the mini-map. So there it is, the entire setup for the SVD. Since we can add nothing more to it, let's take the SVD onto the beta field of honor. See what it did for Grandpa and his beta mood and Grandpa's beta enemies. Let's go. All right, let's get into this. The SVD. Reminds me a lot Modern Warfare 3, the inhibitor. And that's before it was buffed. You know, the inhibitor now with the buff and the jack is pretty powerful. When I first used the SVD, I thought it wasn't very good. It was more like a marksman rifle. But there you can see you can pull the trigger more than once. Don't have to wait for the reload necessarily. So I got in the habit of just pulling the trigger twice when I saw an enemy. Unless they just fell right in front of me. You can see that I had a little bit of, I guess, packet loss there. It froze. And that's becoming more and more an issue in the beta for me, is that it freezes. And then it releases. But twice yesterday, we were teamed up with 5 other folks, members of the channel. And we were all frozen. Our game was frozen. And in fact, it wasn't just frozen. We were kicked out of the game. And we had to get back into Modern Warfare 3 and then into the beta. We didn't realize it happened to all of us. You can see that the camo blonde chick is a reward, I think, for getting to level 20, maybe.
We've taken control.
But in any case, the weapon's pretty powerful, and I do like that scope on it. I believe that might be the original scope that it comes with. It's pretty wide. Also, the 3X scope, the one that I used with the LR 7.62 yesterday, pretty good scope. You can see you just keep pumping out the bullets, and eventually a blind hog even will find an acorn. And you can see sometimes the amber flash on one side or the other of my screen, and that lets me know that somebody's looking at me.
What's your problem?
Well, an enemy's looking at me. I'm in their sights. There's the blonde camo chick. These maps, this is one of the prettier maps. The guys were complaining a bit about this map yesterday. You can see there's the flash.
Enemy in the open.
Like I said, just keep pumping out the bullets. Let the blind hog find its acorn. And there you saw
Dirty Black Ops.
the
Get to work.
flash of the enemy through cover there. It looks kind of like a comet in the shape of a person, a red comet. And the first thing I do on that map is walk right off it. There aren't hard borders on these maps, so we can walk off them pretty easy. There's a guy there. I think he'll be coming to that side. Yeah. Very accurate weapon. Of course, it's a sniper rifle. It needs to be there. That's the 3X scope that I used yesterday on the LR556. You can quick scope with it. There's the enemy. The guy's trying to keep people from swimming in the pool. I don't even know if he has a condo in this complex, but he really acts like he owns it. He'll, like a lot of condo complexes I've lived at, somebody will shoot you because they think they own the pool if you try to get into it. See, those guys are just spraying bullets too. A lot of times I'll watch the kill cam. There have been a few sus ones that look pretty good there. But you hear this weapon shooting at you, you better stop and go the other way or take cover. That guy there, you see how the flinch is. So when you see people with no flinch that are sniping, you got to kind of wonder about that. Been teamed up a lot with subs. We enjoy playing with each other. And a lot of times it drags me into pretty difficult lobbies because some of the players are quite good. That team with old grandpa here. I felt like the default magazine gave me enough shots. So that's always a blessing. When you're sniping, you don't have to worry about the hit to aim down sight speed by putting on a larger magazine. Of course, you could if you didn't rush. Use a larger magazine. There, Grandpa, he buys the farm. I said before, this condo looks a lot like condo complexes we lived in Singapore. I'm wondering where they got the design from because, you know, the tropical country there with the same sorts of trees, same sorts of... See if we can get that guy. Yeah, we can. Same sorts of pools that you see, fancy landscape down below. If you fall off the map, you get a good look at them. There's somebody shooting. And there it is, the win. Hey, let me know how you're liking the beta. So far, so good for me. I think the connectivity's gotten a little worse over time for me. Let me know if they feel the same. Like and subscribe, always appreciated, as is just watching. Appreciate you coming into the video here, but the like, the subscribe helps me, helps the family. Cheers and peace.